Hi there, I'm Rachel. I'm a junior sociology major, Spanish minor, so I'm involved in a lot on campus. I actually have lived in the Spanish house and I'm involved in a lot of Spanish events to practice my Spanish. I've also studied abroad in Spain. I work for admissions. I have two jobs. I'm an overnight host and a tour guide. I've also volunteered in Portland at a local elementary school with a nonprofit, and then I worked with them over the summer too, remotely, which was a really cool opportunity. I also am part of Cheese Club, which is super cool on campus. We get to eat all of this really fine cheese and discuss it together, and I have a radio show where I pretty much exclusively play Taylor Swift and Bad Bunny. I will say I have, I think, an abnormally nice dorm room, so take it with a grain of salt. I feel very lucky this year. I live in a dorm called Mann. It's near the center of campus. It's right next to the Great Lawn, which I'll show you guys a video of. It's gray. It houses, I think, around 20 people. So it's pretty small. It's technically one of the house styles of dorms we have on campus. So we have kind of bigger dorms, and then we have dorms that are smaller, more compact, feel a bit more homey, which I've always lived in. I really love the smaller dorms. It also means you have more bathroom time yourself because you're only sharing the bathroom with a couple of people. But regardless of that, because of COVID, I actually have a divided double all to myself, which means I have one room that I have my bed in that I hang out in, and I also have another room that I have two desks in that I work in, which is really nice. I have my own little tiny apartment going on in here. And I chose to live in Mann because I knew it was really beautiful and I liked that it was in the center of campus, and I wanted to be able to look out at the Great Lawn, which I can whenever I work in my chair. So when you walk into my room, the first thing you'll see is my door, obviously. Right next to my door, I actually have my ID card and the key to my room hanging, and then of course a mask, because I have to wear a mask every time I leave my dorm. And then I have this, which is macrame. I actually made it myself through a Grey Fund event. So Grey Fund is this really cool resource on campus. Basically, they put on all these different sorts of events and activities, trips, and this year everything is happening virtually, and I signed up for free and I got this really cool macrame set sent to me, and I got to sit in on a Zoom class and learn how to make this, and it was all for free, and I'm really grateful for that. And then I can give you kind of a slow pan of my room. And then I can get into everything more specifically. So when you walk into my room and you come in from the door, you'll see that there are these two other giant doors next to it. You may have guessed this. This is my closet. Every dorm room at Reed looks pretty different. I think I have a specifically really nice dorm room, and I have probably one of the biggest closets I've ever seen in a college dorm, honestly. It's huge. I have a lot of sweaters and outerwear. As you can see, it's all color-coded by the rainbow. It's my shower stuff, and then I have all my shoes down here and my dirty clothes. So if you turn around from the main door right here, you'll see kind of my little bookshelf. It doesn't have many books in it because I just sold back a lot of my books to the library, and then this is kind of has all my medicine, vitamins, stuff like this. This is kind of makeup supplies in it, and then I have all these little things organized. I love dried flowers, so I always have dried flowers with me. This is actually a purse I got studying abroad in Spain that I think is really cool. And then you kind of get to my bed. So I have a really squishy, nice bed. I definitely recommend buying a mattress topper when you come to college, and I have this nice big squishy pillow on it. And then these are my drawers down here, so they have all sorts of clothes in them. Just based on kind of the shape of my room, the head of the bed doesn't go up against a wall. It actually leads into this kind of, oh, there's someone outside, this kind of sitting nook that I put a little carpet down on, and I have this little basket. My friend actually gave this to me. It has all sorts of picnicking supplies in it. And I hung up this plant when I got it. It was only this big, and it's really grown throughout the semester. And then I can kind of sit in this nook whenever I want to and do homework and look out. If you see, this is the outside of my dorm, and here's another window. You can see a lot of the leaves have fallen, but there's still that one big beautiful orange tree. So right next to the reading nook, I have this fireplace, which I feel really, really grateful for. I don't think it's by any means common, but there are some rooms on campus that have fireplaces. It came with these little tools. I haven't used it yet, but I'm really excited to. Going from my mantle to the right, I have 3 more windows. This room is beautiful. I actually have 6 windows and 2 window seats, which is amazing. So you can see I'm on the 2nd floor. So I have this roof right here. A lot of squirrels hop on right there, and I look at them and sometimes I get nervous. But this is the great lawn that I was showing you about. Here's another plant that's growing. So Reed has this massive lawn. You can see all of this grass called the Great Lawn that students hang out on a lot in the warmer months. We'll read there, we'll write poetry, we'll play frisbee, whatever it is, and I get to look out and wave to any of my friends, call down to them from my balcony if I want to. And then if you look here, it's kind of like my cozy corner. There's me again. So this is my chair that my friend Claire gave me. It's awesome. I sit in it and read or do homework, and then I can look out from the lawn from there. And then I have this little basket, the blanket in it, and a rug. I have this little divider thing. I didn't know where else to put it, so it's here. My friend Birch gave this to me. You'll see a pattern that a lot of the things I have are kind of gifted from some of my other Reed friends. So that's a big thing we have at Reed, where at the end of every year, people will kind of give away the stuff they don't want to move with. And so a lot gets traded around. So this was Birch's, the chair was Claire's. These plants will probably end up being someone else's over summer. That kind of thing happens. Yeah, so that's kind of the summary of this room right here. I think it's a really beautiful room. I feel really lucky to have it. We also have these really nice, like, I don't think that it's real wood. I think it might be that plastic form of wood floor, but it's really beautiful. And the 2 reading nooks that I'm really happy I have. So this is my room that I spend most of my time in, but I also have this additional room adjoined to it because, as I said, I'm in a divided double. So I have the room that I kind of hang out in with my bed, and then I have another room where I do all my homework in. This room is not decorated as nicely. I originally got this room because I was hired as an overnight host. So overnight hosts have prospective students stay the night with them, and they would traditionally sleep in this room, which is why there's a bed in here for them and another desk. But because of COVID, we aren't hosting anyone, so I personally kind of get this bed, and I have 2 desks to myself that are like plastered with my artwork and other people's artwork. And then I have another window that again looks out at the Great Lawn, which is just so stunning this time of year.